What's up guys, Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, we got something fun. So it's the first day of the new patch. If you guys didn't see, a lot of stuff got changed. Still, they're trying not to go too crazy. I think next patch is gonna be the really crazy patch, but a lot of buffs to stuff, a lot of nerfs to stuff that have really shaken the meta up. And one thing that has happened is actually a new reroll comp that people are trying out, really like limit testing to see how good it is. And today we are going to watch a VOD of Frodan, the acclaimed TFT competitor, caster, streamer. He's a triple threat. He does it all, and he played this comp today. So I wanted to VOD review him, kind of see how his game went. He gets a duplicator here, and you can already kind of see why he would think about angling towards this comp here. This is actually basically the core of the comp immediately. It's the sorcerers in the backline. It's Zyra and Lux is one-cost sorks that you can reroll, along with Darius, who is a unit that fits very nicely with Sorcerer. You have a Sorcerer Watcher, you have a Sorcerer Conqueror, so he fits very nicely onto the board if you ever find a Vladimir or a Swain. So yeah, he fits really good. It's just very intuitive that you would reroll these three units together. Zyra got a big buff to her damage this patch. Lux still has not been nerfed for whatever reason, and Darius did not receive a buff or a nerf, I believe, but he's chilling basically. All right, first Augment here, pumping up rating gold superstars. I mean, superstars tends to be really solid when you're going for this one cost reroll stuff. Like I said, it's only the 3 units that you often reroll for. That's not an insane amount with superstars. Compare this to something like a family reroll, and maybe you'd be more excited. I don't know how much I'd be interested in this, but if we're not taking this, then I don't know. I'd feel fine about a raining gold. Pumping up is also just always a solid option, especially in a comp where we're probably going to lose some early fights. We're Mel's blessing as well, so maybe we want to play for more of like a lost streak type setup here. So pumping up can play into that quite well. Yeah, Frodan between all these options actually, and just ends up going with the pumping up here, and we'll see at what point he actually decides to lock in on this comp. He's got the Shojin if he wants to make it, but I mean, in this spot where he's pumping up, smart by Frodan to scout the matchup. Okay, he's gonna slam it now. He ends up slamming it onto Lux because she's still just such a fantastic unit. I was gonna say we probably don't need to slam this round just because it's not really gonna make any kind of a difference, but ends up slamming anyway just because he's like, well, under what world am I not making this? Picks up the Darius, and maybe this round is the round where he's gonna start being like, wow, I actually have so many units. The only downside here is actually if we want to make 10 gold, we have to either sell the Darius or the Lux, so we might end up just not making 10 here. Though we are going to win here, so I think I would just make 10 gold in this situation. Now that yep, I think Frodan has the same idea here. Just going to sell the Amumu, make 10 gold, and hold on to all this stuff. Holding on to the Darius over the Amumu, right, means that he is at this point already thinking about playing this this one cost sorcerer plus Darius reroll. Because if he wasn't, then he would just sell the Darius, hold the Amumu, because that's the next best in. We do end up getting the Vladimir here, which is actually fantastic. Like we talked about, has that inbuilt synergy, Sork and Watcher here. And then if we ever find a force sorcerer, obviously ideally it's Swain, then you are really pleased. But we'll see what the rest of the game looks like. The only downside is that we don't have you don't get the ability to stack up Conqueror that much early unless, you could play it over like the Zyra here, I guess. But, you can't play 4 Sork, and you can't play the whole board super early, right? Swain's a 3 cost. It's going to be harder to find him later. End up winning this fight. Yeah, kind of, or losing this fight. Kind of awkward that we won that other fight. Glove open here. Looking at the pan, but not able to pick that up here. So, I mean, I'm looking at potentially like a Steadfast Heart. He's just going to take the cloak here. The idea being, I'm not actually 100% sure on the cloak here. Was it on a really good unit? He got on a Vladimir or something no, it was on Renata. I'm a little surprised that he wants cloaked that badly. Obviously, it's half of Spark. It's a solid tank item in general. I guess his thought is the glove can be a damage item, and so he just wanted what the best tank item was in this spot. And he also doesn't really need to like take Steadfast Heart and slam it immediately here. That would be like the only tank item that you could make. It's not that crazy. I guess also in general, Steadfast not the best on Watchers just because they already have that damage reduction. So you would rather have a bunch of Armor Namar on them, that kind of stuff. Gonna win this fight as well. So it's a perfect mix streak here for Mr. Frodan. We do pick up the Nami here. That just comes in very naturally over the Zyra. Not able to, of course, play 4 Sork on this board, but you can chill on this board for now. And we're picking up stuff he's going to put into the team planner. The Elise as well, the idea being like down the line we can get, the Elise has natural synergy with the Swain. We can get a pretty easy 3 Black Rose in once we find LeBlanc at least, which, it'll take a while, but eventually we'll get there. So yeah, this makes sense. He doesn't have the Zyra in the planner, but I mean, maybe you don't need to planner for the Zyra because we've got her on the bench on the board. Like, it's fine. This is going to be a loss as well. So perfect mixed streak for Frodan here. Really not the most ideal thing in the world. The upside, though, is we're Lux 2 or 5 Darius is. We're pretty close to some of this stuff. So that's at least nice. He's also, because we're mixed streak, no Econ Augment, no Econ Portal, we're only 30 gold here. If we don't get a big gold drop for minions, we actually can't roll that much at 3-1. So we'll see what this looks like. There's the Spark if we want to make it. There's even the Steadfast Heart if we want to make it as well. Go for the double slam. Could go for Gargoyle as well, and then hold on to the rest of the stuff there. Can pick up the Vlad too. But yeah, 40 gold here. I mean, best case scenario, yeah, I like this a lot. Gargoyle into Spark, and then you save the glove for a damage item. That's what I would go for in this spot. Yeah, he's going to go for the JG here. That's the other option. Okay. I mean, JG theoretically very, very solid onto to sorcerers because they're stacking up a bunch of AP. And at this point in the game, he's just like, I'd rather get like a damage item made than go for like a MR shred item. I was thinking maybe like the idea is that like Spark, you need to build it 100%, and the glove can be Guardbreaker, it can be JG, like it has multiple options. So I'd rather keep that open, but different idea here. Okay, Spear as well. Not ideal in this spot. Climb the ladder. I mean, you have a bunch of Sorks, I guess. Spirit Link, I don't know, seems fine. I don't know. I'm not that fond of any of these, though. Did they buff Spirit Link? I don't know if they did, but okay. We're going to reroll into Cloning Facility, which they did actually buff Cloning Facility. It could be a fun option. Thor Plated does seem really solid, though. Allows us to slam a Darius item. I think Frodan did a quick scout of the lobby there just to see like how much armor, like how much physical damage is actually in the lobby. Powered shields. Actually, I wonder if it's ever powered shields in this spot. You're playing for a potential Lux 3, right? Obviously, the rest of your units aren't getting shields. I don't think anyone else is getting a shield. But playing for Lux 3, like that could be your main carry, and then you know, she's shielding every single unit. Obviously, you also get solid shielding out of the powered shields, but he just wants to take the Bramble Augment. The Bramble Augment is really, really good. So, yeah, I could see it, certainly. But maybe I like to play for the max cap, the crazy, wow, powered shields value. There's a Zyra 2. So now we're 3 Zyra, 3 Lux, which is pretty good. Hopefully, we just start picking up some more of the Dariuses. Also makes the Morgana, too. I like that a lot. Probably not going to end up playing it on our board, but it's some one cost out of the pool, which is the big thing. You know, just thin the pool as much as possible. We have this Darius here. He's honestly kind of a beast. I guess the other thing to talk about with this comp is there is just kind of inbuilt synergy, Darius and Lux. You know, Darius you can do kind of exactly like Frodan is doing here, solo frontline the Darius, especially with the Gargoyle. Gargoyle probably one of the best items that you can build in this spot onto to Darius. I haven't looked at the stats themselves, but it would make a lot of sense intuitively. I think you would really want Spark here. We can't pick it up, so we're going to take Sword because, yeah, there's no Rod on Carousel. I wonder what Sword's going to be. Are we making BT Darius in this spot just to have an item onto him? Feels a little bad to lose the MR Shred, but maybe Frodan's not that passionate about finding a MR Shred. Maybe he's like, well, you know, Darius is going to deal physical damage. Who cares about that? Rolls down a bit deeper just with the idea of like, if we end up finding like a shop that has a Darius and a Lux in it, then we actually can roll deep, especially on a 3 streak here. We'll see if we can pick up this win or not. Also, Bosso dropped to 40 HP. Did we get to scout the blessing? I didn't see it, but maybe I was wasting time looking at something else on the bench or something. But I don't know. We could scout the what the Mel's blessing is in this spot here. The next person who's going to drop low is Tex, but we could even just scout Bosso and see just, you know, what he has on his bench, or, you know, if he has a Fawn or something, if he has like a million items. Yeah, we're looking at Bosso. He had a Spat. He has an Ambusher Emblem. Oh my God, what was it? He must have had an Ambusher Emblem. I didn't get to scout his Augment that quickly. He must have Ambusher Emblem from like Augment, and then you get Spat from the cash out, I guess, is the only thing that really makes sense to me. I mean, that's good news if we can get to a Reforger and Reforge for the Sorcerer. It comes out of Pan, so like that would be the hope here. But we'll see. Or maybe best case scenario we're getting a Pan and the Bosso ended up reforging. Maybe that's too wishful thinking, but okay. 7 Luxes, 6 Zyras, and 8 Darii at this point. So that's pretty good. Really close to hitting everything on this board. Ooh, and these are some good items. Double Rod here could just be a death cap. Also, we have the Guardbreaker to make as well. Just gonna roll down here. Look for, I think on a 5 streak, Mr. Frodan. Oh, wow. I mean, I guess his thought is that he can just dupe the Zyra. I'm shocked that we don't actually roll for Lux here. But yeah, he's just going to move the items over to Zyra. Going to make a Morello's and JG. Okay, because he wants to get to heal cut in this spot. I mean, quite reasonable as well. We have no source of heal cut here. And the JG, a pretty good item. I'm Ooh, I'm surprised that he didn't actually roll for Lux 3 here just because we're so close to both. But he just wants to spike as much as possible here. And, you know, we can find Lux at this point. Okay, scouting the blessing this round. He's just waiting for the player to run over to it, but not happening. LDP, I mean, in Sorks tends to be quite solid. So I wouldn't actually be that upset about taking LDV here. And your other option, reinforcement, doesn't seem amazing. Item collector, and it's kind of meh in your spot. So yeah, I think it's long distance pals here. Did he actually get to scout the thingy here? I didn't see if he actually got it. And yeah, you know, you can LDP the Darius, for now, it's honestly not bad. And then eventually, once we get another itemize, hopefully, you know, Lux 3, then we can LDP both the Lux and the Zyra. I think makes a lot of sense. But yeah, and then, you know, the JG, the double JGs are going to be a lot of value with all this extra AP. The board's actually doing quite nice. 7 streak here for Frodan, 84 HP. Yeah, the only sad thing is that we don't have that that Lux here. But I mean, really just looking to push level, trying to pick up the Zoe, or I guess if you're a high roller, a LeBlanc, but probably not happening. He has, yeah, okay. He's going to swap back. LDP wins the award for world's most annoying augment to play around, I would say. Also, nice positioning of the Vladimir to make it so that we're not getting wrapped here. But look at this Zyra. This is buffed Zyra. She actually does an insane amount of damage. Oh my god, how much? 6.2k there. And I mean, hats off to Darius as well. He did like 5,000 damage, and this is just a Darius that's 2 Conqueror and 2 Watcher. Wow. I mean, at this point, you're just looking for items to go onto your secondary here. Tier looks fantastic. Glove is probably fine as well. Bow is probably fine as well. We don't have any MR Shred, which is the other thing that we're lacking. So I think Bow kind of does both of those things for us. So yeah, I like that. Like worst case, it could be, you know, like a Nashor's or something. And it could also hopefully be MR Shred. Gonna push level 7 here. What's the play on 7? There's not much to really fit in here if you don't hit the Sork. He's gonna fit in the 2 Watcher here, which is really, really nice. Yeah, nice strongest board there from Frodan to make sure. Ooh, actually opts to get out 4 Watcher and just play the 2 Luxes here. I wonder why. I feel like 4 Watcher was stronger, but I mean, he certainly doesn't want to lose this fight. Maybe his thought is just Darius is tanky enough who really cares about the Watchers. I mean, they are 1-starred, but I mean, 5 Swork is big. All right, it'd be interesting to see what we're actually anomalizing here. Don't love the idea of magic training just because we have so much AP already. Doesn't really feel very good. Kill streak, though, sounds fantastic here. I think you can just pick that up here immediately onto Zyra. I would just take this for sure. And yeah, Frodan's going to take it as well. The other thing is that we have this Morello sitting on Zyra. The idea, I think, would be that we'd want to move this over to Nami just because Zyra at this point is our main carry. So we'd much rather just have you know, full damage items on her, finish like a guard breaker off her or a Nashor's or something. Because we took kill streak, you probably just want, you know, guard breaker, death cap, just as much damage as possible here. I think we're finally going to lose to, wow, is that 8 Enforcer? Probably is with, actually he only has Amateur +1, so maybe not. And I'm not sure what happened here. Did Frodan's like stream go down or something? Wait, I really hope it didn't. I want to see the rest of this game. Let's skip ahead a little bit in the VOD. It must have been that his, where we come back 5-2. All right. It must have been that his stream crashed or something. Okay, so we come back 5-2. Just a little, you know, hidden. What has changed on our board? Can you guys see what changed? Spot the difference. We slammed a static Shiv. We pushed level 8. Still no Lux 3 is pretty sad. We found the Elise, though, and we found the Zoe. So huge spike to the board. Also, oh my god, that is a LeBlanc here on... in the spot. Ooh, this is actually a big decision for Frodan here. Yeah, I agree with this side of the decision. Keep the Lux 3 open, right? Lux 3 is going to be, I mean, decently better than Nami 3, I would think, but we'll see. And then just the bow onto the LeBlanc here. So this is the comp. We've hit the comp. We're 42 HP, not bad. Secured a top 4. This Tex guy, ooh, Tex and Bosso are win streaking here. That's pretty scary. We'll see. When Frodan scouts again, there's a Black Rose +1 that we could theoretically get. Guardbreaker and Archangels, both very nice options. Actually, am I crazy? I think I would have definitely preferred the Guardbreaker in this spot. But I mean, Archangel's not bad. Obviously, it was more gold. He keeps scouting, and I want to, but I'm like looking away from the synergies on the left and just the board in general. 8 Sork, oh my god. This guy's going to be tough to beat. 8 Sork, 4 Form Swapper, the Jace 2, Elise 2. This board is insane. Found a Sork +1 and a Black Rose +1 to get 4 Black Rose in as well. That's horrifying. I want him to scout Bosso as well so I can see what we're up against as far as Bosso skills, but I think we're just going to scout for this guy because we are going to fight him. I mean, if Frodan's board did win this game, then or this fight, I would say Zyra's the most broken unit of all time. Like, yeah, there is no world in which he should be winning that fight. And then Bosso here is that 8 Enforcer 3 Amateur. Oh my god. I mean, he's gonna get the cash out here. Oh, the cash out ended up just being gold. Okay, so that spat was just something that Bosso had just kind of like naturally. Hopefully we can beat Ego Illusions here in this spot. He's got a Corki on his board here. Makes sure he ends up LDPing the Darius, which I'm not sure if that's really what he wants to go for. This is kind of like a quite decent 4 emissary board with just everything upgraded on level 9. We end up losing to this board as well. Wait, this lobby all of a sudden, and Frodan lost the HP from being DC'd. This lobby is looking kind of insane. I mean, at least we locked in the top 4. I wonder how high we would have been able to go with Lux 3 as well. I mean, probably not too much higher. It is 1 cost reroll at the end of the day, so you're looking to farm top 4s, top 3s kind of stuff. 1 cost reroll, often very hard for it to play for a first. So Frodan played this game really nicely from just a 1 cost reroll perspective. What is the in here, by the way? Pick up Zoe, and we're just gonna play 7 Sork on this board. Ooh, I mean, a Mel on this board just over the random Lux at this point, unless we don't find Lux, I think is quite reasonable. Yep, and so we just give up on Lux idea. We're gonna LDP the Zoe here, go for the Archangel JG, Static Shiv gonna get moved over and gonna make double Static Shiv. It's kind of woke, but okay. Fighting Bosso here. Ooh, wait, we actually beat level 10 Bosso there with that board. Wait, that is crazy. Bosso on 12 HP. All of a sudden, it's anybody's game. We just have to hope that we don't fight this Tex player, I would say. I don't think Mel is getting to 12 casts that quickly. If we had Mel in like a round earlier, maybe. Oh, man. Honestly, if we're fighting Ego here, I think it's quite winnable. And then we could actually be top 2 this game, maybe top 3. But Tex, this guy's so strong. Really unfortunate that we actually fought him kind of back-to-back here. We'll see, though. Maybe the board can do something. Zyra doing a good amount of work. I mean, really nice try there out of Frodan. A solid top 4 with this comp, honestly. And I mean, a really high capped lobby, I would say, under normal circumstances. You know, I feel like this comp could actually probably do even like just the fact that we rotated into this guy twice was really gross. So let me pull up the final board again to show off you guys. But yeah, we didn't also like this was without Lux 3 as well. So definitely something. Definitely an interesting comp to try out. I'm kind of hyped. I'll also show the, this was where I first found out about it, but Mimu TFT talked about this. Someone made a Reddit post about it, so I can link all of this stuff down below. But this guy showed in a Challenger EUS lobby, him going top 2 with the comp as well, though he had like everything 3-star. So yeah, I don't know. Looks pretty interesting. Definitely something to try out, you know, if you end up in a spot for it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch, all my other links down below, my Metafy as well if you're interested in coaching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.